We often think of money as a source of security, freedom, even happiness. But for many, money has been anything but. For some, money has become a profound source of pain, a vehicle for unexpected suffering. It's a difficult reality to accept, but money can be used as a weapon. It can be wielded to harm, to control, to manipulate the lives of others. It's not just a means of exchange, but can also become an instrument of abuse. When money is used this way, it becomes a vehicle of control and humiliation. People can feel trapped, belittled, and stripped of their dignity. Their autonomy is eroded, leaving them feeling powerless. The consequences of such abuse are deep emotional scars. These wounds aren't visible, but they're just as real and painful as physical ones. They can affect every aspect of a person's life, even years later. It's crucial to recognize that economic trauma is a real condition. It's not an abstraction or metaphor, but a specific form of trauma that deserves attention and understanding. It's a pain that needs to be acknowledged in order to begin the healing process. Financial trauma particularly affects those who have suffered money-related abuse. These experiences can leave an indelible mark, profoundly impacting their relationship with finances and with themselves. It's not just a question of numbers, but of emotions and dignity. The origins of this trauma may date back to childhood, marked by constant arguments about money. Growing up in an environment where money is a source of conflict creates a lasting negative association. We learn that money is synonymous with tension and pain. The result is an invisible legacy of fear and insecurity. This legacy manifests as constant anxiety about money, even when there's no immediate threat. You live with the feeling that something bad could happen at any moment. A constant feeling of not being worthy of having or asking for something develops. One feels guilty for wanting something, for expressing a financial need. This distorted perception undermines self-esteem and the ability to assert oneself. Every purchase, even the smallest, is accompanied by an overwhelming sense of guilt. One feels selfish or irresponsible, even when it's necessary. The pleasure of spending is replaced by an emotional burden. The ability to express needs and desires is stifled by fear. People fear judgment, criticism, or worse, retaliation. They prefer to remain silent rather than face the risk of a conflict over money. For those who have experienced this, money has been a source of fear, control, and humiliation. It has never been a simple tool, but an emotional weapon. Every transaction, every financial discussion evokes old pain. You no longer know whether you can ask or just obey. Your voice in financial matters has been silenced. You live in a state of uncertainty, unable to make independent and sound decisions regarding your financial well-being. This moment of reflection is addressed to those who have received an invisible legacy. It's not material possessions, but an emotional burden that weighs on the heart and mind. It's a legacy that often goes unrecognized. The experience includes fear, insecurity, and self-deprecation related to money. These feelings are deeply rooted, influencing every choice and every relationship. They manifest as a constant sense of inadequacy. The primary goal of this conversation is to make these people feel less alone. We want you to know that you're not the only one carrying this burden. Many share similar experiences, even if they often don't talk about it. Another crucial goal is to make it clear that you are not responsible for the trauma you experienced. It wasn't your fault that money was used to hurt you. The responsibility lies with those who abused that instrument. The central message we want to convey is that healing is possible. Despite the pain and difficulties, there is a way to overcome this trauma. You are not condemned to live with these wounds forever. Healing begins with acknowledging the pain. Admitting to yourself that you've been hurt is the first courageous step. Only by acknowledging the wound can you begin to heal and care for it. Fundamental to healing is accepting that money can hurt. It's not just an abstract concept, but a painful reality for many. Acknowledging this truth is liberating and necessary. This recognition opens the door to a deeper understanding of trauma. It allows you to name what you felt, to place your experiences in a meaningful context. You begin to see the full picture. It allows for the processing of trauma, a gradual and often difficult process. It involves confronting repressed emotions and reliving painful moments in a safe environment. It's a profound and necessary internal work. Over time, the ability to look at money with new eyes opens up, no longer as an enemy or a threat, but as a neutral tool. You learn to separate money from past negative experiences. This leads to redefining your relationship with money. You move from a relationship of fear and dependence to one of awareness and control. You regain your decision-making power. You begin to free yourself from the emotional chains that trauma has imposed. Old fears and guilt lose their grip. You regain the freedom to act and choose without the burden of the past. The ultimate goal is to build a healthier and more positive relationship with money. A relationship based on respect, awareness, and trust. Money becomes an ally, no longer a source of anxiety. Despite the pain and hardship that the economic trauma may have caused, healing is possible. It's a journey, not a switch, but every step forward is a victory. Never lose hope. Money, which in the past has caused so much suffering, can surprisingly become a healing tool. It can be used to rebuild, to invest in oneself, to create security. Its nature can be transformed. It allows you to rebuild your self-esteem, piece by piece. Managing money healthily, making informed decisions, and achieving financial goals all strengthen your sense of self-worth. You rediscover your own strength. It allows you to live a freer and more fulfilling life, no longer bound by the fears of the past. Financial freedom translates into emotional freedom, allowing you to pursue your dreams and desires. A new chapter begins. Yes, money can also heal. It can be a catalyst for change, a means to invest in your own well-being and happiness. It's a powerful tool, and now you can learn to use it to your advantage, for your rebirth. And now, a surprise. As promised, in this first episode of the new series, we want to highlight a special voice. In our previous video, Money is Unlimited, but Power Isn't for Everyone, we received many valuable comments. But one particularly struck us, that of user 986, which we'd like to share with you. If I could rewrite the rules of money, I would start by separating it from fear. Money should be an instrument of harmony, not a measure of personal worth. I would make it more humane, more circular, less competitive, an energy that flows, not accumulates. A form of practical love which nourishes the giver as much as the receiver. Thank you so much, user 926, for this powerful reflection. It's exactly the spirit in which we want to usher in this new phase, transforming money from an instrument of fear to an instrument of love and freedom.